Hey everyone, so this is the top Fin Dazzle 8-gallon tank. If you guys want to see the other two versions of this tank, go ahead and check out my channel. I have videos on those as well. This one I just set up, so here are my initial thoughts, and here's my initial setup of it. So this is a really cool looking tank. It is 8 gallons. Bought it on sale for like 60 bucks. Normally, I think it's like $80, so a bit on the expensive side, especially for an 8-gallon tank. But the thing is pretty sweet looking. So you can see you have pink, you have blue, back there is orange, and on the other side is green. Silicone strips, they look awesome, so much better than just your standard clear or black silicone. Of course, that's part of the dazzle, is to make it, well, dazzle, make it pop out a bit. So that looks really cool. For my initial setup, though, I added in some, well, you guys can see this, but in between the natural looking gravel, I have the different colorful gravel, which is usually for, well, like this type of tank where things are supposed to pop, where like underneath a blue light, things are just supposed to shine. So I had the colorful gravel in there, also known as like the glowfish gravel. So when you have the blue light on, that should just be kind of shining. And then these little pieces of grass things here, they're just, I think they're just, I guess they're like silicone type plastic. I don't know, they're super, they're not pointy or anything like that, even though they look pointy. But those should also glow underneath the blue light, which is really sweet. And actually, these are silk plants, which technically they're not glowfish plants or anything like that. They're just silk plants. But the color underneath the, again, blue light, it kind of shines a bit too. So it's really cool. And then actually, the little skull back there, medium skull back there, being that color might shine a bit too underneath the blue light. So it's really cool. So this entire tank should be kind of shining underneath blue lights when I'm in a dark room, when my room is dark. So it should look really cool. This tank has, I think it's 7 different colors on it for the LEDs. Yeah, so going off the back of the box, you have blue, red, yellow, white, which would just be your standard color. We have orange, green, and purple. So a whole bunch of different colors. Like I said, there are some different colors here. Right now we just have it on the white, which is really nice and bright. So these LEDs are nice and bright. Again, I'll show the top off in a moment here. There's 12 different LEDs, 4 sets of 3. I guess you guys can see here, they're super nice and bright. This tank overall is very nice looking. I mean, it is glass. On the bottom, you guys can't see, but there's little feet, which actually I think are just plastic. But the tank itself is glass. I said the silicone is really cool looking. The top is super, again, we'll get to in a moment here, but it's super thin, and it just looks really nice. This looks like a pretty elegant tank. I mean, I guess those colors aren't really elegant, so to speak, but it looks really cool. It looks like a nice tank. It's just a very nice looking tank. The filter looks to be strong enough to keep the tank nice and flowing. So hopefully we will not get that oily buildup that happens on some tanks. Because I mean, that's always kind of gross looking. I don't really like the oil when it builds up on top of the water surface on tanks. This filter seems like it should be strong enough, but we'll see. Time will tell. All right, and here is a better view of the top here. You can see it is ridiculously thin. I mean, it's probably like a millimeter or 2 in thickness. Sorry, I know it's a bit dark, but we do have a feeder flap here. Always nice, always convenient. Back here is your easy water change thing. You just lift this thing up, turn it around, put it back down, and it'll do a water change for you. Personally, I prefer doing actual water changes over that. That pretty much just, but if you don't have a lot of time, you can do that. It just replaces water, doesn't really get rid of the stuff that's in the gravel, of course. A little cutout here and a little cutout here. So this is for the light and the filter cords. Over here, you can put a heater cord sticking out of there. And that is what the back of it looks like. So this has the built-in filter. See the outputs right there. There are slits there and slits on the bottom for the intake. And you have a filter cartridge, and then there are 2 other spots here, so you can stick a smaller heater down one of those 2 spots. And then that should work just fine. That way the heater is not in the view when you're looking at the tank itself. Here are the 12 LEDs. So they're nice and bright. Okay, so this is just a very nice looking tank. The other Dazzles were nice. I'm sure this one will be just as well. Yeah, so my initial thoughts are this is a very nice looking tank. So we'll see in the long run how it does. I will be doing a review, of course, eventually here. But here, let's go through these different colors. So there is, we'll hit that once and it should cycle through the colors here. So enjoy. And of course, in between each color, it kind of fades into the next one and almost creates like another color. So there are 7 official colors on this though. My favorite, of course, is the white, blue, and the purple. I really like the purple on any of these lights, these types of lights. But the blue is the one that's going to make your glow stuff kind of pop more, I can see there. And while this is going, let me just say, you may have noticed I did not add in a heater. The reason for that is, as of right now, this will probably change, this might very well change, but as of right now, I just plan on putting in some nearite snails and some ghost shrimp, and kind of make a ghost shrimp snail tank. And neither of those guys need much heat. They're both fine, and I think it's like 60 or 65 degree water and up. So that's what I plan on doing, and my water should be around 70, low 70s, somewhere in there, Fahrenheit. Yeah, so there we go. There are the 7 different colors. It looks really cool. I really like this. And stay tuned for more videos to come here. I will eventually do a review, and I'm sure I'll have other videos as well. Thank you guys all very much for watching. As always, I appreciate ya. Hope you have a good one. Happy holidays. Goodbye.